na sawuti hoya na trasa samaba na sawuti hoya na trasa samaba na sawuti hoya na trasa samaba
asam ye biaba enti da nanzai mu no mawuro me chichi no serbe ya obetima hwe mani kosua ni ye ne wo hu ani bere wo ho ye ntimi nkoso emfa ekwan kro na so say ekuro ya atu o man Ghana yi ye betu ase no. We cannot continue to use the same solution to dealing with the same problems Ghana keep facing in a cyclical manner. No, we can't use the same approach. And not Ebra Julius Malema, Ebe Kasa Wonkreha, physicians and surgeons, arise Ghana for Ejumedi Naseno. And I dream be better between say said the biano diplomacy no sa kasa yana ye fran ntemano. Say mwasa. No. Edisi ya nya atwomo man mu ha. Eti na na wa bra sa adwumade ne koso no. Ye betere se trade union congress kinkrai nom de abahwim. Wani bra kwa so. And trade union congress better late than never dear. But kamo shase na anu na ka beboa papa. Anka haircut ahodo ye course way kenzi. Agabusia bebrebe ya ye boy ye ya enam so nti e ka beto man Ghana so yi ankensi and trade union congress na etimi ma ban eye adwuma se de sitie no eno ase de musika sai no saa ne ye no labor union etsefa ewa ban oman enkan komu no eyade e sopa ene eyade edi akotene ewo man bia bakwasemu eti enrade mo ye no se mo ba abonten ye nsentwefo nhyiamu ebeti ntasukwakwa de kira ban ka kira ban se sa 15% ase 22% eto na mo de ato anyinam kane sika so no anasa mo nam kwa so a mo de ba beto anyinam kane sika so no mo ntwensan se ye daye bi ena mugusu a mo so a te se de mekan no bawura daye nim na kache daye ne se ye twa so wunyama hunamu bio anase daye so bia mane nya daye sa be mane mpie hunamanim no wodi ani bre pa na kasai Dr. Yaba tiene nasama owo kache Ghana mpani for titu finance minister Kenoforiata Dr. Mamadou Bamia woye head of economic management team and a president Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo wo munyina na mo so a ye wa ho kirem a ye wa ho kire yi mu a womu hunu ya mobo no musa de tro eba beto anyinam kane ahoɔden mpo a womu ni bi de ma tie wei.
Noting that 30 kilowatts hour of electricity allows the lifeline customer to use only 3 LED bulbs, one electric iron, 1 television, and 1 fan. And I want to emphasize that this 30 kilowatts hour thing, lifeline, it was 50 since the early 90s. PURC changed it from 50 to 30. They did it quietly. We note that since 2022, electricity tariffs have gone up by 73%. So in 2021, if you were paying 100 Ghana cedis, now that same customer is paying 173 Ghana cedis. So today, organized labor, we have come together again, and our message to government is very simple. We cannot pay VAT on electricity. Period. We will not pay it today, we will not pay it tomorrow. So we are giving government up to 31st January 2024 to withdraw the letter.
To a mama buying up to 31st January 2024, and then the 24th of January 2024. Today is a significant day. And now no me and Shemu. And that day may cow as some more can. Says that one or more person, woman to an Yanam Kanya, Esikana Yetriano Sono, woman so Muntran and Trianichna. And you can organize labor, a Yajumaya Fo. A Jumaya Fona, Mose, woman do one and a woman pay no swan, woman Ekasai. Etinya, enipa kakra bi anase nipa kuma bi na ekasa we ye dom ye ka dom o mo dom wo mo na ekasa yi se sa trimodin to na mo pesa mo de to ye so no ane kwan a mo fa so a mo pesa mo de to ye so no wo mo so mo ntua ne entua kira ye koso ade enti o mo wa bra na o mo kirekire nsam se o mo mu bebre entimi ntua sa 15% na say 22% on electricity no tie we
indicated before in previous interviews during the DDEP that we are ready to grant this country and start afresh. We are ready to do that. We have sacrificed enough. We are not ready to go on this business. Ghana has come to a stage that we now need to move to the developmental stage. This business as usual over the past over 30 years is finished. And the new generation of labor leaders are not going to take this. If they've got the men where they are sought, they should sit with us. We want to use the National Tripartite Committee, which is in the labor law. These issues can be discussed there. When they came, we introduced social dialogue, the tripartite partnership. As our leaders said, not even one policy have been brought to be discussed. So what are we talking about? We have to manage the country for our benefit, not for individual benefit. So we won't take it. And they will see. They can take us for the ride. And whatever will happen in this country, we know the citizens, our families, every Ghanaian is suffering. It's only a few that are enjoying.
We are not ready to pay this VAT. It is not about reduction. It is not about negotiating it down. It is just wrong. And government should withdraw it wholly. That's all. Yes, but you see, we have to prevent it. Our members are already feeling the pain of a myriad of taxes that is already being imposed on the people. There is hardship in the Ghanaian society. There is hardship in our society. And government is not interested in implementing policies that will reduce the hardship of our people. Go down to the people in the various communities and the townships, and you will see stark reality of suffering and hardship. And for any government in this situation to impose more taxes is just to say that that government is insensitive.
If we don't get it, we'll continue to communicate on our platforms, and the next actions that we need to take, we will take them. And I think the leader of organized labor, Dr. Yaoma, used a phrase here that we will advise ourselves. And when organized labor talks about advising itself, there's only one and only one action only. But of course, like I said, we'll use the various platforms. We have to continue discussing it. But we are hoping that in the spirit of social partnership, the government will do the right thing in terms of removing this VAT. It cannot be the only source of generating revenue for the country.
And that's it. It cannot be the only source of generating revenue for this country. Etiana wuni swabon na nim kwanya ye faso ebuabu sika no. Na de to bebrebe abeto amanfo so na Ghana for wan hukyerem a wo bon no me na me betua ho ka. Bon wa bon no me Ghana ni dwumayani na marketua no se de siti adete no me na me betua ho ka. Why should I be paying for your ignorance? Why should I be paying for your dumbness? Why should I be paying for it?
Power FM.
And then Omakano. When you Kwame Minkah no abetina kasa video so any kasa mfonya worker where you organized labor woman na kasa no was it pie free Jubilee House no Dr. Baumia pie free Jubilee House no na bo pro te said ye John Mahama e bo pro no na hwa ho kira e wo man mu na wa ho kira no ete ho kira na se a wa kasa betu ho fo se presidency mpo no won si ho bio ho kira amafo wom. And you are so insensitive to the point, say, Wabra, you want with him, no, what's that the 12 war ever to Ghana for so? I mean, how? And then, no come out across one, by young Kum Jandam BCCA. Wabra, way across one, tea. Menemu bebre akasawa hase, ye be phone lines. Anopa, tutu, I shake you mediana say, I'm a mumu bebre, bedia dance, say, Samoko top prepared. Kanina na moto 100 no net we di mudru bosomi na awie ye ene enu bosomi awie ye na sika no ahe na kanina no akate mumu bebre abedi adanse sesesei bills amutua no enyinam kanea sika amutua no e wo soro chen kane no e ma ye de yadwin bu e ka se jamato no e no ma shas ye de ato amanfo so na na etiene se maame eye Leila Abubakar a wo ye external communications director e ma ECG e ba bonte be ka se oh sa ba na kenofori atade begina ye ti se ye mfa nto eto ento anyinam kanea so no wokura ba ne de na nso ye nyanye no me hunu tia was a metin na asem na se I don't know how to reconcile ni amanfo bebre abedi adanse se omu fam wo anyinam kanea sika omu tua wo omu bebre experience mu no ekosoro no I don't know how to reconcile it with some position and I say ejejemu ya Leila Abubakar a wo ye external communications director ama ECGD today so omu implement bibia so we implement bibia I didn't think anyinam kanea bo no kosoro I didn't think I'm for top prepaid and Jabia Nasa at the end of the course but Leila 70 away
in implementation and by contextualizing it would have to let them know the expected amount of revenue for the next quarter or so and how much the tax would bring into their coffers. So those conversations are still being had, and until then, we haven't yet implemented it. It's going to affect all our residential customers who use power above the lifeline limit, which is 30 kilowatts per hour. Per the PURC, those who use under 30 kilowatts are charged a different tariff, which is called the lifeline, which is significantly cheaper. And those who go above then have a different tariff. And so anyone who goes above 30 kilowatts hour and is in the residential bracket is expected to pay when this is implemented. Well, the commercial, special load tariff customers do pay 20% VAT already. So they are already paying the VAT, but our residential, not yet. It's been a challenge, because we interface with the customers on a daily basis. Their first point of call is to us. I try to let them understand that this is something that is coming from the Ministry of Finance and the Ghana Revenue Authority. Ours is to implement. It's unfortunate that we interface with them and would have to hear their sentiments. The sentiment out there generally isn't good because of the economic hardships that a lot of people are facing. Unfortunately, legal ammunition does not come in for us to advocate in any effective manner for the customer. That lies within the PURC to advocate for the customer. And so usually we tell the customers to relay their frustrations to the Public Utility Regulatory Commission.
And today, the Public Utility and Regulatory Commission, and also about the MPP headquarters. Omo was omo kasama yen consumers. Yenya ye to ye di yesike tria enya nyinam kanea ani nsuo no. And omo badane MPP headquarters. Omo kasama ye bio. And Leila wasama wo kan ye e honkwa na me no ye adwen. Say ye bufuo no de wabra ye de ba mo so no. Ye mfi ye ni nkyere PURC. Almost so much to statement or issue ye press conference or ye public stakeholder engagement be anywhere wo ma ye see ye gia manza adwenkyere na ye gira so de akacha ban say ahokyere nti mamu fatoa no nto Ghana for so ni nyina ya kwanya amwo eso emu ba ko be anywhere o ma use anaso o ma utilize some de kwaje eye consumers no but say wotie Leila here. And later, kai na kai bi say enyo nkwa na ate brofo Ghana. Wotie Leila, what the brofo dada mo. And brofo yi ni maye, the word when. Was say yenya implemented tax no. Yenya enhye to no mo say yemfa ntomo so no. Yenya nhase. Then so see a shase. When one can say if. Sanko can say if and not say enkomo twetwe bi ikoso. Anna, and no nice abino, so you, but we use the word when. And a mamma and Tiasa say, and Daquema, and I said, Domakuma Punoswa, Womo Peso Moye. Until you say you drew on the 31st of January. Naman Sacha Madria, Ometu Mohofo. Nasa Labor Union Cassa, Wobetu the Hofwa, a yadia bako. Upamentie, or better. Opa mentie me say question me go so me busa. Why should Ghanaians be paying for your ineptitude? I didn't think that Ghana for bon ma bono yen tua hoka. When the man show my Ghana sika some 3 years. What my mind about me kada yeso I'm a na IMF. I'm a IMF ejina wo consult treasure e kwa be so na obetima fa aboabo sika no. Wo person wo de sa or show no e de beto yeso. You are not taking the punishment, but you're pushing the punishment on the people of Ghana. And don't say we'll go down like that. No. You need to be for more. You need to be time in him. And wabida we koso. And now Julius Malema then come on me be wabida we koso. Teachers and Educational Workers Union. Ewu. Esu wo mu grievances a. Wo mo de ato aban anim. Sa ban eni hudwuma. Ehu abufuo mo ye bibi kitwa bi e University of Ghana. Sa post for free here. So mo sene here. So amenase no mo free yo. No ma ba ade ya se. Se de tewufo ne ye no etia mra. Na hwese de wo mo de o mo nsakeka o mo ejojo mo yo ma yakayaka de anam so nti tewufo de ho abufuo e ka sesese de esuafo no mo suapon ho no ye ma mo nwura classroom on de o makwafa aba hwade we.
You are fighting with the university staff.
Are you a media?
Yes, I am.
Ya Ghana na ya tima ya se kabi mami kabi amamu wo mu nanie kwafukuma we yo ena pose for no ekodo abako wa dwosoro te se de wa bokro no bi me say go back to that part and wa dwoso akwa no se de no asi adwoso no ehuku no papa e pose ni no tu se wo so wa che abantie de kokuru wa te se Kwame Minkah en wa dwo no amoa no te se dokono. Oh, and at the end, I tell you for next one more see one pension sika, one more kwa humijie mua. Say sika na tier 2 no, mundi hujuma na hutomra. Say a kufuado wo be ko pension o. Pension na wo be kono, wo be hwe animu say wo es gracia ye betua beboa. Wo be hwe animu say ye betua. And ono na wo ye civil servant, ono na wo ye educational worker no. Enso ko ama ono so ne dachi sika wo benya wo abro wo ahomje wo akufo do ne baomia mo de no kra so che mo de no so che mo de no omo ka so mo je mo de no mu fa kra na wutu se omo ni beje for the rest of their lives but mo de no so che mo and mo de mo se akeka ese no ama kwan na si and omo se mundi hu dwuma se de be ya ahoto beba enu enti na na omo gina monte a no maboko ja sha atade tuntum. Yes, Abia, a year be a see. Almost at the tuntum, crack placards, added down one semedi, at the chairman sign. Pause in me, Wako, what's your more or more year be a public order act. There are various strategies in dealing with a situation like that. And no be na mekano. At the end of fair, I bet you the Asundiaba, so be friend penny for no. Now do Marco said them, like I said, Mirantie, Yemu ye the Tiamro, with the Mundi China. Yanko a year oppose as ye and I yanko di home como and yes be a hey bia. That's a fe say and fashion gamer. Etiki gangalia semi commander botadi ya ukoye ekosi say. Pa botadi ya ukoye ekosi say. And no one before and a tell for say the baba the any. As you have for a back classroom, ye mo ma classroom me but so bono de was ye de bono eye Ghana ban no led by Nanado ne Baumia a omo de omo nse ka omo pension sika na no pensioners esika omo de akoya investment ato aban bonds ne yaje ne ye de akotua ye ho ka ne yaje ne ye de akotua ka bia ya bura to ho na pensioner no wono no wo su no oda kommu koko bills amanfo koto ye na no so yaje na de aye de ye pe na de okoto koko bill no wo su ho sese bibia ye Ghana ni die bia no wo mo peso wo te enu nti na nra Julius Malema South Africa ni amanyoni de sie free ni South Africa eba Ghana be ka che mo se Ghana fu yi kane no na ye feel mu papa benne mo ka bi mami ka bia mamu no efi a mo de abeka no eye keta asesa ne proye tie we me justice minta eba ba nkomonim tie we Julius Malema ni.
We also know that this country is the one that leads with successful succession which are peaceful. Of course, it experienced a bit of difficulty at some point, but since then, Ghana became the most celebrated democracy. But the democracy of Ghana is threatened by corruption, a corruption that made sure that Ghana does not pay its international debt. As a result, today, Ghana is unable to self-determine because everything else is dictated to Ghana by IMF and the World Bank because the current leadership failed to honor their obligation. Corruption is a threat to a wonderful democracy anyway because it's eating on the moral fiber of democratic dispensation. We must never ever celebrate anyone who is corrupt or seek to defend the corrupt individuals irrespective of our political affiliation.
Irrespective of your political affiliation, never, ever in your life defend a corrupt person. Corruption ketasisane proye. They say the Julius Kanye, adansidie ne mwankasa wo monsam munim. Enam ketasisane proye ntina e kabedo man Ghana so. Yanko bond market. Yempo obi a yenim no manim ni. Na yemani nye transaction advisor. Na wandi ye chanye bia we ye nua. Etu onya commission no anye bia sika no ebe ka fie. Na dachi bi free aban mu a yen ya kire say yes yen na sika no wo yensem na ye gina sa sika tumi no so e dia tena Ghana for so bio eno ne babia eno na akofa sadie we yaba. Look at all the list of corruption scandal in this country and tell me emu dia he ene emu abusuafo yi din emu dia he na abusuafo yi wa manfro nsusuye mu wa manfo omu hwiansemu emu dia he ne suspect say omu ho bon wonsem ni mu. And now Ghana cannot be self-determined. Ghana ain't me nyina na ho odin so. They said your Kwame Minkah kind say sabra yenya ye fa hodie afi ne ye bedan na di e de acha mansan nyina say wodi tumi hye bibini nsa ono ankasa tibi ono ankasa etibi ye na de yo ene Ghana ntimi nya sa de no ene eja me fa ba aka say kwana kwa kire me say obetima boabo esika no no odimirika no de to abeto electricity so ene IMF ene kire de wose ye ene ye ne ye ho ene ye wo nkwaso mu. All because of Ketasisa and the project. Meanwhile, ya to Abama and Kofukuobia, Omo Baimu. Oh, my said, you say, Womo Besho mine so, no mine any monyam ejina brane, na shrine. Amanyam any monyama than wedi. And we have Christians, we have Muslims, we have faith-based agencies. Mamu ya GD for, ewo memu ha, munyina makamanwatu, wabra boni way, ya did the Ghana for. Bra ye di boni we di Ghana for. And lastly, wa bra ye koto aba Malema. Wa ka ye. Samasa wo bra so aso. Wo bra so a ko. Nya fe na be fa asrafo so. E di aye se ma consume tete kwanje ya. Tie Julius Malema.
When the time comes for them to go, they must leave without calling the army to extend their term. No one is born a leader. No one is a traditional leader in a political office. If you want to be a traditional leader, go and fight in your tribe for those type of issues. We don't subscribe to people who want to leave a political office with a coffin. We will still give you a state funeral because you are a former president. We will still pay you pensions and give you protection and take care of you as long as you respect those who came after you. You have to ensure that democracy matures in such a manner in Africa, where the previous president does not make it his business to fight the current president. You must allow the new to lead with all their faults because you are the same. It doesn't mean you are perfect. The young ones who are coming after you will challenge the current one. No African leader who is on retirement should lead from the grave. They must all be like all other progressive former presidents who are statesmen at home waiting for courtesy visits and consultation and attending to honor state functions.
You cannot lead from the grave. You cannot lead through somebody who you regard as the wisest person in the world. You can't. You cannot lead through somebody who you feel has all the knowledge in the world about the economy. You cannot do that. Wokono yanka enye kasa bi se ena ayi media mahoade aka no me de behwe se me hand over dia ma MPP ni yanka sasa as a statesman sa no makasa bi se no eno na tutu ye ka bi mami ka bi amamu ase mami ma dem di fo no so nkasa bi wa bra ye de Tonton Sansan no eto wa no justice minta wo kwada bi oba ha akasa ma dem di fo ensemi amaboroboro so yi fire ne enko
ankopon sira bra kwa me panso Madam Defoe nyina ne atiefoe atie power 97.9 ne TVS to azet
more fire
more finshapa.
Yes, justice.
Mo tem enka che ayadwuma 19 na sabi.
That's right.
Mo tem enka che mo nyina finshapa osoro de sha man kwa pa nyame. Black Kwame wodi nsem bebre na atudwa na mo me no de ehia me kese pa mbetena ha.
Na wodi so boduam kakrama me ho. Ma me mfa adehye nyina nwura shaman. Spinters nungwa tashi tema ene ne mpotemu. Yenu ya obechitam wachiri sam yam yani nyina enhua eho aye den e wo sam yam ya wono wotwa hu
bebenum ti se zongo laka vako flat official town honum nyina nsu asoti wo bebenum a nsu ema yanyina nim se yema minum ni yema num na nsu hu ehiom ye pa omoni ono mo ye ofie ni nyama hudu a omo ye ofie no nsu eno mo di ye yema no so ye yusu nsu pa sanse so obekọ adwuma kura na ensure na obedware ensure come the way ensure na obeyusu ensure hu akwati anase ehu abedin ewo baabi amabode no ye ema bi ewo mi che na no pe yo mu che se ensure hu ayedin a omunya nsure enum omunya nsure fa anyom ba madam anope mi ba me hu se ye pure water na odi ye waduane time be ni na ensure hu ayedin ma o sa free da be every be say 3 days ni na o ma to pipe ni kwa na minim before me rubber tell me kwa ko so me do why you see at pipe no after the bed ya nantia ya kwa susu rubber na me kita no susu dey turn 50 pesos then so almost 1 cedi 2 cedi enti ama so na ya di pa wa shama enti so no ma fa ma o do light no mo so no susu o mo tum enti se sa no mbe ya dia no vote e wa shama ha no vote e wa shama ha say adenti na okasa no vote say amamu nsu na muntu aba adenti because nso na ya bibia nso na ya di ya bibia enti say ya fun so na ya nya nso ndware a ya be ya den na ba na ya tu a ya pese government no o ma ya nso no ma ya light no ma ya ka anya manu a we dey abani ya ndan tu abani biom ya ndan tu madam we ya Aja won ti say boko usu hifa na okọ ese okọ pension awanya bi
pa cho me ti zongo la kana nsio no mo ba be lo ko mo ambo bi amane Ewatamum country and sana ma looking sion na yen nyina yentimi mbunto se fi ayam pepe for there nsio na ye di yusu ye bibia nsio ni ho ayentimi nsum ye nyame obi anso ni de wo ye ayi na se fi a ma lock ye hu so ye hu ba bia ye be kwa kosa nsio ye kwobu wo damp ho mbegare na yen yare ye yare wi a mo abeja o se ye meto abama mo ende emba so yen kwankwo bu pipe damp say ye di ba be jare yare na yen sa megina o say ye tu aba amamu muna mudumu life muna mu tunsio mu yen so ye nipa nso mo hanu mo mpenifo na mo hanu mo mudumu life sa o mu lokro o mu nsio mo bi so mo ma ye nti ye no mo hu ye kwa duru ba bia no mo abefa ya ye line do wan dogodogo la say ye nkwo vote mo ye vote mo wi na mo ni o mo mba enjoy na ye die ye ti ho a ye brain si ohun ne nsuo so na ye nipa nti ye panacho ono na nado ne ye panacho ye na ye di na be si so wo hono mo nti won ka tire ne mpanifo o mo da za nsuo ni light na no no ye so ye nipa ne bi ye so ye nipa ne bi nti won ka tire o mo no mo hwe ye na o mo nye ye nsu papa ne bi ye de ye wo ye ka no no nya sa mo bi ambeka say ye vote wa ha say ye de ye mpini o. This time the yampin will be any abuse.
That's right.
No light, no water, no food. Yeah, me wanna make no.
Okay. Albert.
Kwame.
Albert.
Ochi Manenka. Nyamanu bi amuka no. Isionu ayedin. Ewo ashama ajekojo anytime baby no man issue any ho.
All right. Albert Yemfensi ye kwa enim no. Ye be frefre reporters amofia. Wa wonya ma adwuma monya ready ye ba munyina mo nkyerɛ. You perceive who said ye to be at the city across the country, across Accra. Now, no, I am Salima Tibetana, I know Casa, Yenny Casa, or see a Mompire Mano. It's open video in us, say, or your Mompire Momo. Apart from that, you know, Mechana say, Techi, Sprinters, Nungua, Asama, Tamanin, Hong Kronaba, woman is you know, throw try, and they say, Jama pipe be na pie. And a nam 20, Amanabasa, and as Talimate said, would tie me, I am your tear. How many days in a year interview way? So, and show them Frida Prempa, we are water resource minister. One in them, and a campaign 17 with the tree. And I breaking the 8. I do my was a Manuku, and your mama Manuku. A bang in Amkania swap, Matthew Poku Prempe, and in them, and Wapper running method. Meanwhile, you're the Jumas on, sir. Said to no ma ye said about ya, Bibia Jina Shakoye, Amagana for. I don't know, Mupogana for Brosa. I don't know, boy a brosa. I see somebody Munya Gana for. Obika was Jumedian and Red Jumedian as I say, and Nadia said, yeah, go for Concord, Abrofono. They say, and yes, Abrofona, Omufro Masubedi, yes, no, there's only a to for. But a woman, no. Omu bi bia to say ya brofi. I think that Bernard Mona and the Casa Asemo. And he's right. Said that the Ghana for a conquasumu. Sana no nobody did. Justice. Mama Tonka.
Dakwa medase. Na dumedie no ye dumedie a wafa ya pa. No ma bibiri no aboboso. Wa mama hu say Ghana ho hia o pa. Ghana da wakoma so a opese oboa na o man yiyi. Nya hwe me no na media betra me papa John Dramani Mahama papa nyamishira no onyo kese
and now walk
and now walk
come on say
yes
24 hour
yes,
economy
24 hour economy
etuma nko
na yen yogurt seller na ye wokumase abonten so no adem difo ye wokumase abonten so and papa eba oba ye na so oni abakasa a kire ye kwan a obefa so obu man ma ye ho atoye nti enem obi biala yogurt seller biala pike seller biala shumika seller biala pie kumase abonten no ko hwe papa nsem a obeka
okay ba ye hwe ni nyina atrimodi a ye boy wodwen ho say atrimodi na South Africa ni na ebeka che
atrimodi
keta se ne pro na ese mo democracy
atrimodi
ma feri o
atrimodi so obefeli on feli so ye gan on say de bia me ka say sister me na ma me feli say me ye gan ni if you say edin nwanwa feli ye num guase ma o man say nsu a ye nom nsuo ye fama
yetimi so kania mani nyina so yetimi mensuo
enya sama ko no yo problem
ko
Dansuma area
wow
Toko area
wow
Kolegono area
wow
ko ho na ko hwade ko hwa amrewafo adamdifo ekuta gallons epensuo anom And now say madam ne kan afidie so. Ade ama economy na ye din kra mo ne say so 50 pesos na ko 15 1 cedi 50 pesos
exactly.
Nti mo pese timamufo no ye nye den ene ye de awra ne ye ho ye yere ne mu ye mba. Say bi o ka frache timamufo no bla ene adwuma na ye no di ebedi kura ye dene
san de to ye so
di ebenom aye dene na mo san di sa akom di edi se akom kura friend say obi a wo sen ho akomfo ma say akomfo she to die su say wo man mu abla Kwame ye meka ni say Awurade na mo ye ho ban
mo fire
2024 ya yesimu ye election year
and 24th January 2024
we are Ghana
the number 24
normal e koso nyina free ho a atase se ne proya obi free ni kuro mu be ka kire ye ne no we are Ghana ni a wanya 18 years to 40 years a upese o man da wakoma so nti upese mpuntuo ba na asetrem ye mrema no eno ani say ubom paye no asire wawurade nsuo na eba ne mu ofinti mu nso ne so na mo nom
wabra wo kasa ase mu akire mo no ka kire mo so mu nyai say wo mu defending nkofo a wo mu no ketase ne proye no mu de adwade a wo mu de say man ma mu defend wo mo
timamufo no sisi a on say
sika no mu ma mu bindi e ko mu nchen
first no na ye kase ya wo atum me papa ni emi wo fani but this time anyam papa bi anyam wo fa bi e Ghana first titimamufo na kasa dwene hu se bebi o man ne ko no e wo se yan kasa ne ye sesa ya dwene free say ye awoma to MPP ya awoma to NDC e wo se ya dwene Ghana first ni se obenye nsupanom Ghana first ni say wo light na wotua no e be gina so 24 hours
yen fa twa minute fo bia meto
bi Ghana na da wakoma so ni say timamuni ufri danso ma eba gugurusho unam kwa papa
da so yo
Ghana da wakoma so ni say timani ni ukọ market na economy ni mu yenti okunya atansi di kura na wotimi di ye bibi
that's right
mesre Ghana fo me power mo chew
ye di sie no
baby o man ni kodu nu adene ba ye sapom nsu a ye be hye ani ahonkeka ye be keka ye ho ni aka ye ho abom se ye nyame ba akopɛ Black Kwame me de manu si no tra ama be tra ha me ka kire me nkofo bi dansoma constituency Abrekuma West constituency enne me de masem bi tuda sabi me papa John Dramani Mahama me di na chi no me nim ne mpabo akorada NDC pani bie ni ho a me amete hayi me nim no NDC executive bie ni ho a me amete wotua meka me meba ha me na me kopia me yogurt na menya lolo fe na me dia beka nsempa fa Ghana ho
amadam
difo ma sabi ye de ye fu twifom de ye tu twifom no ni nyina ya setenam ayeden nti se threat na e beba se
aroma say
threat na e beba ni de onyame taye efi se yen no kra ene ye de nam
ka no kra na ko
mesre Ghana fo mesre timamufo me akasa me constituency Abrekuma West fo me nya nipa boni ni eye kire wadwen na me kire madwen se me kire madwen na wonte ase a enya ne ne obrumu bo enya no se wo betwe me so se kan Awurade sha wo so de sha man kwa pam Doctor Socio-political Pakwesi Human.
Apostle Human.
Yes, Apostle Human. Right. And me ankasa ma de nya Reverend Dr. Grace. And Mame Gladys. Yeah. About papa odidi me nipa bidi.
Right.
O madam difo bidi.
Mame
ka no.
Justice.
Yeah, brother me normal no. Mame fan to 0241 84 97 48 0241 84 97 48.
Right.
Buani enfa Justice Embra. Ni enfa John Dramani Mahama Embra. Oba Adam Difo yebedi yi.
Me da say Justice e de be kasa ma Adam Difo. Ukwada bia de kasa mu no mo na eye said Adam Difo o madwen kire esitie no. Bia kura wo ene nia wo fam ene nia wo ka e de kire Ghana mpanifo e fa te bia yi a wo mo de ya atumi. Eye number no WhatsApp line no eye 020 898 4166. Ubeti nso dia begu ye Facebook ono. Eye Power 979 any TV XYZ Ghana. YouTube eye XYZ broadcasted. Ye Tonton Sansan ye dia bremo no pa. Hwi.
Amani ya maya. Ayo enyo ya ne wom. Ye peso bia ba adwabo na sibi. Na asem bia wo bia mu oka na me mani ye. Kunsum. Yemfa mu mai. Motrobodo yemfa mu mai. Mosempa.